everybody, welcome to Qué Golazo, a special episode for you on YouTube. And we have Sebastian Lletget, LA Galaxy, and most importantly right now, USMNT Nations League champ, sits with me and he discusses the amazing win the USMNT did against Mexico this past weekend in the Nations League final. He also discusses LA Galaxy and his objectives for the rest of the campaign, his hopes for USA as, of course, the Gold Cup comes around, World Cup qualifiers, and so much more. He's a real good dude, really great chat. Make sure that you stay here. Qué Golazo begins right now. Hey, everybody. Joining me now on Qué Golazo is USMNT and LA Galaxy star Sebastian, the boy Lletget, rest of winning the first Concacaf Nations League trophy with the US. It was a wild 3-2, 3-2 win against Mexico. I was there, of course, with CBS Sports HQ. My man Heath Pierce was going absolute nuts, and it honestly was an incredible vibe. Sebastian, of course, took part in both matches, the semifinal against Honduras and the final against El Tri. He is also starting mid for the Galaxy and actually started his career with West Ham before moving back to California and LA Galaxy. And now he's a regular member for both the Galaxy and the USMNT under Greg Berhalter. Games are coming thick and fast, too, as well as we tape this. Of course, if you're watching this before kickoff, the USMNT has another game against Costa Rica, so they got to take care of that, and the Gold Cup, World Cup qualifiers, so much more. Sebastian, campeón, ¿cómo estás? How are you, brother? Congrats on the Nations League title. How are you feeling these days? Has the euphoria from Sunday calmed down a little bit?
Oh, man. Well, I appreciate the intro. Thank you for having me. Man, it's been a crazy couple of days. It's been surreal. I mean, what an experience, you know, to play for the national team, win the first ever Nations League with this group of players. Amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I can't even tell you how amazing it was. It was ridiculous. And it was great because after a year of the pandemic and stuff, it was just great to get that energy, right?
Yeah, anybody who was at that stadium, man, and I believe you were, so you could definitely let the people know just how crazy that environment was. It was surreal, man.
Absolutely. All right, listen, let's talk about that game for a second. It was ridiculous. How did it feel to just even be part of it?
Oh man, I mean, yeah, it's kind of funny looking back now because you know we didn't know when I was gonna, or I didn't know when I was gonna come on exactly, but I was warming up, and then obviously it all depends on how the game's going, and then you know we go another goal down 2-1, and then I'm about to come on, and then Weston scores, and then it's just like, all right, game on, and then we have maybe 10 minutes left before stoppage time. And then extra time. So it's just like going into the game at that moment was, it's just, you got to be laser focused, man. So it was, but I mean, yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. I mean, time was moving fast and slow. So it was nuts.
I mean, you mentioned a few moments during the game. I was specifically thinking about the one that you just talked about where Mexico scores and there's literally 10 minutes left to go. Right? Diego Lainez scores 10 minutes to go. Before the Weston McKennie, not the Weston McKennie, before the equalizer, the Pulisic penalty, before that, right. What were you going through in those last 10 minutes when you're 2-1 down?
2-1 down. You know what? And we were talking about that today as a group, just how I don't remember, even including myself, ever like thinking, oh, it's over. You know, like we weren't, I don't think this group was like built that way, man. And I really mean that because we've talked about every scenario. We prepared for any type of moment in this match, anything that could happen. And we know it wasn't going to be pretty. So we were kind of ready, you know, we were kind of prepared for something like that. And we never put our head down. So I'm really like looking back at it. I'm really, more than anything, I'm super proud of that.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the vibe that I get from the squad. It's like, you know, I don't care if we're 3-0 down or 3-0 up. We're just going to keep going. Yeah. Listen, we got to talk about Ethan Horvath for a second, man. Tell me you guys are taking care of all his meals. Like,
no, it's his birthday today, actually, too.
Yeah, that's right. We just did something for him on CBS as well. So is he having a good day today or what?
He is. Yeah, Greg told us, man. He's like, just get this guy a win today and then have that in the forefront of your mind and do him a favor. So he's going to be playing tonight. So that'll be, you know, if we can get him another win. I mean, obviously a different type of game, but still, we got to be focused and we got to get the job done. So, yeah, we got to do it for him.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, listen, what was the dressing room once you went back in after like you won the trophy and everything?
Oh man. I mean, we were, we didn't have, it was not, it's kind of hard to explain it. I think we had
just try,
we
man.
had to kind of come down a little bit. I feel like we were so, I don't know. It's really hard to explain that type of feeling. But as a group, we just got together and just, we celebrated one another and just, and Greg had a really meaningful speech and, and then of course, I mean, we do have a game in 2 or 3 days at that moment. So we were like, even though it was a funny joke, it was like, all right, guys, we can't go too crazy because we have a game, but obviously you just won a championship. You got to go a little crazy.
Who said that? Who was the ones that, guys, let's calm down. Nobody's.
It was kind of it was kind of an ongoing joke, but it was like, oh, guys, make sure you get your protein shakes because we got to get. We're all like, come on, man.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Bring the champagne.
I love it. Seb, listen, what do you think this win does for the USMNT? Because obviously it's a new tournament and there's the Gold Cup, World Cup qualifiers, and it's after the pandemic. But what do you think this win means for your squad?
Well, first of all, I think there's something that happens, and this is speaking half from like what I've heard from the group of guys and half from what I've experienced, is that like there's just this real belief in anything we go into now. Like when you win something, there's something that goes on inside you that you just like, wow, like it's just that real belief that now we can, any game we go into, any tournament we're playing in, we know we can win it now. There's just like you cross that line, and it's we have ability, we have talent. That's never been a question, but now it's like, do you have that character? Do you have that personality to really win things? And that's that extra percentage that I think we were trying to find that out. And I think once we kind of crossed that line in these last 2 games against Honduras and against Mexico, our biggest rival, in a championship game to win the First Nations League, like anything we go into now, I really feel like this group believes that we can win it.
I believe that we will win, right? Just like the chant.
There's one thing that we all prepare for things. We all can talk about things and encourage each other. But like once you actually take that action and you do it and you lift that trophy and you feel that, I don't know, it's just something inside you that you're like, all right, we can actually do this. So yeah, it's hard to explain, but you know what I mean?
No, I totally get what you're saying. I feel like a victory like that gives you that inner confidence that you knew you had, but it was just like boiling over, right? And you're finally getting ready to do it.
There, 100%.
Absolutely. Listen, let me ask you something, and you can be super diplomatic about this. It's fine, but I'm really interested about this. Your teammate, Chicha, Javier Hernandez, he wasn't selected for Mexico. I really feel like he could have helped him. What do you think?
Oh, I mean, 100%. He would have played a huge part in as he done for many years in their success. I think he's in great form. He's looked so sharp this year. I mean, as a teammate, I can't ask any more of him. He's been so good on and off the field. But yeah, for me, I'm glad he wasn't there. You know what I mean? If he could have helped, if he could have helped Mexico win, then obviously I'm on the other side.
Right. I got you.
But no, 100% he would have helped. I mean, I can only ever see him being a big asset to that team.
Absolutely. We just got the news as well today that the All-Star game is going to be in LA as well. How do you feel about that?
That's right. Yeah, that's exciting, man. Yeah, that's a really, I can't remember the last time that happened for the MLS. So that's going to be real cool. It's going to be local. So, or for me anyway. So yeah, that's really exciting.
Absolutely. The other thing I wanted to ask you, by the way, and this is more my wife asking this question. I'm wondering, I'm sure Becky, your beautiful, smart, talented girl, Becky G, she's Mexican American, man. I'm sure she was conflicted about the win. Was she not?
She was very, very conflicted, to say the least. I mean, and her fans are loyal, so I'm sure she was really stuck in between and how much I think people understand that as me being her partner, she supports me. But even to me, she admitted I was a little sad that Mexico lost. So even to me, she admitted like, I kind of wanted Mexico to win maybe, but it's a tough position to be in. So I understand from her side.
Absolutely. Listen, all of us that have this relationship with multiple nations of Latin backgrounds, we can all relate. Absolutely right. Which is why I was looking at your Twitter, like she was like, proud of you, but she wasn't going as far as saying, well done, USA. She left it there. She was like, well done. Well done, baby. That's it.
She's very politically correct. She's so good.
I'm sure you probably won't be in any more music videos now, right?
Not in the near future anyways.
Oh man, that's too good. All right, Sebastian, before we go, I want to know about you now. Let's talk about your goals for the rest of the year, right? A lot going on with the Galaxy, USMNT. Let's pretend that we're jumping to the end of December 2021. What are you hoping for by the time that we reach that time?
Oh man, I mean, especially now, like I said, winning this Nations League trophy, I want to have that same feeling with the Galaxy. Bringing an MLS Cup to that club once again would be unbelievable. It's always been my biggest goal since I signed with the club. But I feel like I've matured. I've really grown as a player, and I feel like I can be a leader in that. And hopefully we're qualified by that time to the World Cup. So that'll be another huge one, so there's a lot of things going on this year, but hopefully by that time we'll be in a good position for both.
Absolutely, man. There's a lot going on. I'm very happy for you, campeón. And also, as another Latino, it feels so good when you see La Cultura just representing USMNT. Yeah. It's really great, man.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely, brother. So listen, the best of luck, Sebastian Lletget. If you're watching this before the kickoff, tune in, people. Tune in, all right? But anyway, regardless of that, tune in because the Galaxy still have an MLS Cup to take care of and, of course, USMNT, Gold Cup and World Cup qualifiers and Nations League, so much more. Seb, muchas gracias, pa.
Thank you so much. Muchas gracias. Appreciate you.
Hey, everybody, I want to thank Sebastian Lletget for joining me today. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Qué Golazo Pod. We are also on YouTube, as you well know, youtube.com/Qué Golazo. Please subscribe and spread the word. We're Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, CBSSports.com, and your CBS Sports app. Stay with us. Qué Golazo just keeps going and going and going. Thank you so much for your support. Have a great rest of your day.